Okay then, so hey, what's up guys? It's Pohdoh here, and in this video it's gonna be another arena commentary, and this time I'm gonna be with the iPod, and yeah, so he doesn't do arena anymore. If any of you guys are wondering, this is before the update, before the S2 gear, and then the reason why I put this up is because well, mages are pretty much still the same thing. Nothing really, pretty much absolutely nothing has changed with them. And that kind of annoys me because, I mean, they need a buff in Arena. I mean, they're not that great in twos. I'll be perfectly honest with you. They have arguably one of the best burst damage with Skyfire, but other than that, they they tie so much. I mean, let's just be honest here. Literally, they cannot kill a smart healer, unless you're Skyfire. And even with Skyfire, a smart healer will run away, and it's really frustrating because I just can't get out the same amount of DPS that a same amount of constant DPS that a Sin or a Millie can do. So it's really annoying, but I can live with it. This is before any of the new gear. So first of all, I'll start off with a Blaze Prison on the Mage, and that's always a good opening because especially since there's no other healer. So and then I believe the mage uses free will or something, or the silence didn't last very long, and then he did a silence back on me. So then I'm just trying to, I just Skyfire up, and then I decided this is probably the better time to do it. And then the melee uses deities here, and it was my fault for not actually recognizing it fast enough, so I waste some time casting it. So anyways, I lag here. As you can see, I have a yellow ping. So now I just put up a blaze prison on the melee. So what it does is that now the melee, as soon as deities runs off, he's pretty much guaranteed to die. He cannot run away from blaze prison since it does a set amount of damage over time. And then and somewhere in the chaos, the mage died as well. So I'm pretty sure the iPod finished him off. This is before S2 gear, and this is before the armor trade camp. So double daggers was actually a really big thing. It was pretty rare to see a Sin with two epic daggers, just because you couldn't buy them using epoch, or you couldn't buy them in the armor exchange camp. He actually looted this he actually caught both of them in a dungeon. So they actually did a lot of damage. And this is before like I said, this is before the update. So there was a lot of under-geared people going around, since a lot of the really well geared people are already bored of arena. But this time it's against the same team. They got a little smarter. They decided to be a little more cautious. They didn't be as aggressive, and then the target was out of range here, some stupid glitch. And then the iPod's over here is pretty much, I'm just pretty much waiting for his Q to attack. And then we're both gonna go for the mage, obviously. The melee we can deal with easily. I mean, the melee is really squishy. He doesn't have that much PvP gear on, so just, I mean, like a few shockwaves, frostbolt and a cyclone to slow him down. And then if we use deities, we could just run. iPod can stun, and that is all good. And I start off with another blaze prison here, and I'm lagging really hard. So then I see, if you see in the background, there's contracts in the background here. So then I use freeze to make sure that the iPod's contract attacks will go through. And then as you can see here, I actually couldn't target, I couldn't actually target anyone else because of iPod and his character is going over, he's overlapping the opponents, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, we completely demolished them. Just because they're under geared, they're too squishy. And this is for everyone who thinks that PvE gear is better for PvP because of the additional amount of damage. It's not. I mean, all you can do all the damage in the world, but if you don't last long enough in arena, it doesn't matter. You can't do any damage when you're dead. The whole point of it, let me tell you right now, resilience is the most important stat. Not crit, not spell hit, not spell power, is resilience. Because every other stat, it doesn't matter if you're dead. The whole point of resilience is it'll keep you alive so you can cast one more spell before you die, and that's way more valuable than anything else, everything else put together. And then this is just coming from what, like, almost what, like 1,000 matches of arena at the time, you know and then I've just been doing a lot of arena lately just to get the new gear. So in the last couple of matches, it's gonna be with the update, and then it's gonna be running with the healer. So anyways, you decide to go for the healer first. This is a melee heal combo. This is the most difficult combo in the entire game right here. It's really difficult to break this down. Even on not so well geared, healer like this is pretty tough to take down, because as you can see, the healer is pretty smart here. He's running around the fountain avoiding my cast, but then iPod got him stunned here. He's taking a pretty decent amount of damage here, and then the healer resists my shockwave. That's absolutely devastating for me. And so because I just waste mana, and I put up lightning shield here because the whole point is we need to get the most amount of damage on the monk as possible. And I didn't use Skyfire yet because I want to save it until the monk prays. And then let's see. And then the iPod retreats back to the bridge because his health is going down. The melee has been chipping away his health for a pretty decent amount of time. And here we go. The healer prays. And then this was a pretty bad time to pray since he should have prayed when we were attacking. When I was desperate enough to use Skyfire, whenever the iPod was using contracts, that should be when he should pray. But then he prayed a little too early here. So then you can see the iPod using Sin contract here. I see it and I'm gonna pop Skyfire in just a second. I'm just chasing down the monk, and then the melee pots here for health, I believe. I don't know why, and then you can just see how quickly the melee goes down. I mean, the healer goes down under Skyfire and contract, and it was kind of, and then it's a lot easier to take down a healer, with the Sin because the Sin can just stun him while I can just freely cast Shockwave, and then the melee here pops deity as well, or not right now in just a sec. He pops deities and then let's see, he's healing itself. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's pretty much game over here. I mean, the eye punch is gonna stun him, and then I don't really even care. I'm just being reckless. I put down another freeze here, and I'm just running away. And then yeah, I cast elemental finishing here. It doesn't really matter. I think he dies anyways. No, I get the final kill. So yeah, it's as you can see, it's a pretty difficult combo to break this. I mean, we broke it because the healer wasn't properly geared. He didn't have the best gear overall. But I mean, if these guys were like 1800, 1700 ranks, like arena rating, then it would have been really difficult. So this is with the update. I'm with a healer, and overall, a healer is the best partner with a mage. Just overall, because the problem with a mage is that first of all, you run out of mana pretty fast. I mean, if you want to do a good amount of DPS, you're gonna have to expend mana. That's not true in dungeons, but in arena it is very true. So you have to use mana consumptive spells, such as Flamestorm. This is with a new build. As you can see, I'm using Flamestorm. The reason why I use Flamestorm is because with the new update and with the new S2 gear and with so much more resilience and rune buffs and just overall more health, then that's a problem. And then first things first, this is a little trick I learned. As you can see, I clicked on the ranger. I think I do that here. I clicked on ranger first and watch, and this is why I say mages have some of the best burst DPS. I cast a prison on the Sin just because, and watch how quickly the tank goes down. And this is the tank's fault for not for staying under Flamestorm. That was really stupid of him. And look how quickly the tank goes down. Like look at his health. Look how easily it goes down just because he's standing under the Flamestorm. This is why I picked this build. It has more damage. I sacrificed some of my defense, but overall I like it a little better since like I said, the update has buffed pretty much every other class. But it has buffed sins and tanks, and as a result, there's both melee DPS. So I counter it by using Flamestorm, which is very melee DPS, and it is a defensive spell as well. Because if I cast Flamestorm and I stay under it, the melee DPSs cannot touch me. I mean, if they can't attack me, it's they do it at their own risk because they're under Flamestorm. They're taking so much damage. So anyways, I mean, you saw how quickly the tank went down. What I do is I use Flamestorm, and then I use Lightning, and then I use Skyfire, and then I Shock. And what that does is that the Flamestorm will do damage over time, the Lightning Shield will do damage over time. I pop Skyfire, so now the Lightning and the Flamestorm will all crit. Every single damage over time, pretty much every single one of my spells will crit, including the spells I cast before. And then I start casting Shockwave. And you saw the numbers there. The tank went down incredibly fast. This time it's against the same people. I think it's against no, it's not against the same people. I think we going against them again, but this time it's gonna be against a smarter team. This time they don't stay under Flamestorm as often. I miss with the Flamestorm here, and I'm trying to get underneath the Flamestorm here, just as protection. And then the tank is smart and he runs. This is what the other team should have done. You do not whatever you do, you cannot fight under Flamestorm. As soon as if he wanted the Flamestorm, I would have just popped down I would have just popped down Skyfire and would have just killed him right there. I mean, or just taken a considerable amount of health away. So yeah, and I don't pop Skyfire here yet because I don't see any point. And then here I pop Skyfire because I figure I can kill one of them. The Ranger's almost dead, and then yeah, I would have cut down the Ranger if I had the Trinket glitch. But anyway, the Trinket glitch, I'll show you that later in another video. I'll eventually have it. It's not that bad of a glitch. It's just useful. And then this is my mistake. I should have cast Lightning here. And then, anyways, the ranger gets away. He would have like a sliver of health, but it doesn't really matter. He's at such a low health. There's not much he can do, and we're just gonna kill the tank in the meanwhile. And this is probably our best matchup is against double melee. And I pop down a flame storm here, and you could just see numbers all over the place here. Well, not really right now, but I mean, you can see how the tank's health goes down pretty rapidly. Keep in mind that he is a tank, and I hear I cast Fireball just for damage over time, and then the Sin comes back. He puts down Sin. I freeze him to make sure that my healer can get away. And the healer is Bella, by the way. It's a guildie, so yeah, she's a really good heal. And this is not actually her main account. This is an alt, so she has much better gear on her main account. She's like 2000 arena rating. So anyways, I found this pretty funny is that if you rewatch the video carefully, is that the tank actually dies because of the poison gas and not actually because of my attack. So if you look at the score very carefully, I think it shows for just a brief moment. It shows I only got one kill because the trees actually killed the tank. So I found that pretty cool. So and yeah, this is a guildie, like I said before. So shout out to Bella. She's the one that invited me into the guild. So that's actually really cool. So anyways, this is before the rune sale that happened no, this is right when the rune sale was announced. So this is against another team, I believe. I'm not sure which team it was. um Let's see. I haven't shown her. I mean, she has Bella as of now. On this account, I think she has tier 2 gear. The lava, the non-legendary upgraded lava hammer, and then the legendary lava relic as well. So, and this time it's against a healer and a mage, and this is really really troublesome. I see that the healer is pretty well geared. So I'm really scared because it's probably going to become a tie. I mean, as long as if the healer is smart and just runs around the pillar the entire time, there's literally nothing I can do. It's pretty much a tie. And I use Blade Prison here because I figured that the healer the healer isn't gonna cast prey anytime soon, so I might as well get some good damage over time, get some stun. And I have a red ping here, so that kind of sucks. And the heal, as you can see, healer's running around constantly, and then see, I tried casting Fireball here, gets more damage over time, and then you can see the mage's health slowly whittling down, and then here I believe the healer casts Prey, and this is where I think, yeah, this is where the healer casts Prey, the opponent heal cast Prey, and then this is where it's go time. Like it's either now or never, and then the mage uses Firestorm here. I free will out of it because I cannot get stuck underneath that. You saw how quickly the tank went down, so I cast Flamestorm here. I don't even care about Skyfire. I know Bella can heal me, so now I freeze the healer so she stays under the Flamestorm, and look how quickly her health goes down. And then I got the kill, and this is a really, I mean, if keep in mind, if the opponent's heal main problem, the thing that caused them to lose was because the healer went to the middle. That's the only reason why. If it wasn't for that, it would have been a tie. I'm 100% sure about that. So yeah, and here I get a divine breath because I don't need any healing at this point. I really don't. I mean, it's pretty much our game. The mage is kind of stalling, but then and then yeah, Bella just finishes him off, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you want more of these arena commentaries, keep in mind I have better gear now. I do have the tier 2 shoulders. I have some more. I have the tier 2 necklace, and then I'm just slowly gearing up. So yeah. So anyways, the Pohdoh, rate, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and then yeah, subscribe for more Order and Chaos videos, and I'll see you guys later.